Your 401k is your greatest wealth building tool. I've got 3 secrets on how you can maximize it for your wealth building potential. That and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernardo, the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. There's no tax shelter out there that allows you to contribute more to it than the 401k. Therefore, for most of us, unless you own a business or you're an athlete and have some outrageous earning power, your 401k is your greatest wealth building tool. So here's what I mean by that. Building wealth means earning income, but not consuming it, not spending it, saving it up, storing it up, building wealth. And again, the 401k, it's the biggest bucket that you can contribute dollars to from in a tax sheltered way. So how do you maximize it? How do you use it to its full potential? Well, I've got 3 secrets. And first, maximize means 2 different things with the 401k. One is use it to its full potential, and that's what we're going to talk about. But also maxing it out means contributing the absolute maximum you're able to do. Well, these secrets are going to help you do both. That IRS set maximum, that limit, that contribution limit, IRS sets that every single year. Sometimes they change it, sometimes they don't. It's based on inflation and other factors too. But in 2024, the contribution amount, that contribution limit is up to 100% of what you earn, or $23,000, whichever is lower, okay, $23,000. So if you're working part-time or your spouse is working part-time and they're making 15 grand, you can contribute 100% of that income into your 401k. However, if you're making 100 grand, then your limit is that $23,000. If you're age 50 or older, then you can do a catch-up contribution. That's another $7,500. So those are the maximum amounts. But what are 3 ways? What are 3 secrets to help you maximize your 401k, both in using it for its greatest wealth building potential, but also help you achieve reaching that contribution limit maximum by the IRS? First is you've got to get the full company match. You've got to contribute enough to get the full company max. If you're trying to reach have your 401k reach its maximum potential for your wealth building power, then you've got to get all of the free money that you're eligible for, right? And so contributing enough to get your company's full company match, that is essential. That's the minimum. Most people, as we're talking to them and asking new folks that come in to see us, all right, how much are you contributing to your 401k? Oftentimes they'll say the maximum. And we've learned to just pause and wait, because that actually means a couple different things. And more often than not, certainly more often than you'd think, people follow that, yeah, I'm contributing the maximum. Yeah, I'm doing as much as I can to get the company match. That's what many people believe in their mind. That's the maximum amount. Guys, that's the minimum. That's the minimum that you should do, just enough to get the full company match. That's the minimum. But if we're talking about maximizing your 401k's potential, you've got to at least do that. What about the statistics? You might be listening to this saying, well, that's an obvious one. That's not a secret. That's obvious. Everyone should be getting the full company match. Of those that contribute to their 401k, 25% are not contributing enough to get the full company match. I believe some of that could be conscious, aware, hey, I need to contribute 6. I don't think I can only do 5, something like that. But I think a large chunk of it is because people don't understand their match formula. They think they're contributing enough to get the full company match, but they're not. So to have your 401k reach its maximum potential for you building wealth, you've got to contribute enough to get the full company match. Second, whatever you're contributing right now into your 401k, increase it by 1% every single year. I'm creating this video midpoint of the year. Increase it right now at 1%. And then come January, increase it another 1% then. And here's why I would tell you to do that. And this is really the main secret to helping people maximize the potential of their 401k, but also get to the point where they're actually hitting that contribution limit by the IRS. And that is, contribute as much as you can right now, as much as you feel that cash flow you can sustain and you can manage right now without throwing your finances out of balance. But then once a year, increase that amount 1%. And you might say, that's not going to get me very far. I can only afford to do 8% right now. And so, 1%, another 1%, it's not going to mean that much. Guys, it will. But the secret is, right, it's not going to mean that much. You'll barely feel it if you're doing it once a year. You'll barely notice it in your take-home pay. If you do it around the time when you might be getting a raise anyway, or some of your benefits are changing, you likely won't even feel it in your paycheck. But it will compound and it will add up over years and years, decades even, in your 401k. So contribute as much as you possibly can. Hopefully that's in line with your financial plan and it all makes sense. But then have a habit once a year of increasing that amount that you're contributing to your 401k by 1%. And then the third secret to maximizing your 401k, both in its potential for you to build wealth, but also achieving that contribution limit max, is to be aware and leverage the catch-up contributions. I already mentioned this, but many people overlook this, and I'll give you a couple of the common mistakes. But in the year that you turn age 50, you're allowed to do, the IRS says you're getting closer to retirement, therefore we're going to let you put even more into the 401k if you're able to do so. So in the year 2024, that's an extra $7,500 that you can contribute to your 401k. So $23,000 plus the $7,500, over $30,000. $30,500 is that contribution limit in the year you turn age 50. Lots of people, they get to that point and they just don't connect the dots. They've heard it. Yes, I can do a catch-up contribution, but a couple of years slip by before they realize, oh, wait, I should be doing this catch-up contribution. So that's one of the mistakes. Another one of the mistakes is you're contributing a contribution election. You've made a contribution election when you log into your 401k, and you've set it at a level where you should be able to contribute the catch-up contribution, but you didn't realize that your 401k actually has a separate election that you need to make in order to do the catch-up contribution. Guys, this makes no sense to me. I do not understand why some 401k companies do this. But when you log in and make your investment elections, be on the lookout for a spot where it says, your regular investment elections, but then another one that says a catch-up contribution election or catch-up contribution amount. You'll want to make sure that if you have a separate catch-up contribution section, that you fill that out so that in the year you turn age 50, you're starting to make those catch-up contributions. And then the final tip with leveraging catch-up contributions, I've mentioned it a couple times intentionally, the year you turn age 50. A lot of times people think, well, I don't turn 50 until the fall, and therefore I can't start contributing that extra amount until my actual birthday. That's the year that you turn age 50. Even if you turn age 50 on December 30th, you can contribute that extra $7,500, that catch-up contribution for that entire year. So in order to maximize your 401k's wealth building tool and help you achieve that maximum contribution limit, make sure you're leveraging your catch-up contributions. Those are 3 secrets to help you maximize your 401k and help it have explosive wealth building power in your in your financial life. You might say those aren't secrets at all. Guys, here's the thing. It's simple, but pulling it off and making sure it's all consistent in your financial life, that's the difficult part. You've got to be working with your certified financial planner, because in order to contribute that maximum amount into your 401k, if that causes your cash flow or your budget to be off kilter, or some of your other goals to not be accomplished because you're so focused on this one, or you're contributing pre-tax when you should be doing Roth, or you want to do Roth, sorry for all the ors, you want to do Roth, but that pinches cash flow even more. You've got to look at all 6 areas of your financial life and see what the right approach is for you to attack and have this 401k, your 401k, reach its full potential for your wealth building power. So work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.